They say life flashes by in a blink, and now in my 30s, I finally get it. When I was younger, I wanted big birthdays, and now I just want good food and the people that I love. This was my first birthday without my dad, and to say I was an emotional mess was an understatement. But being surrounded by love, sharing meals, and just being together meant everything. So come spend my birthday weekend with me, eating, cooking, and cherishing every little moment. Hi guys, good morning and happy Thursday. I can't believe it is snowing outside today. It is so beautiful but also so cold. Lately, I've been obsessed with starting my morning with lemon, ginger, and turmeric tea. It warms me right up and is one of my favorite ways to start my day. Anyways, this weekend is actually my birthday and I'm so excited to bring you guys along with me. We have so many fun things planned and so many yummy food. For lunch today, I'm craving something warm and comforting, so I'm thinking chicken congee. I got my hot tea, so let's get cooking. Does anyone else also crave congee the moment the weather gets cold? Growing up, I never really loved congee because I always associated it with being sick. But as I got older, I swear congee just feels like the coziest, warmest hug from the inside out. It's soft, it's creamy, and just so nourishing. Today we're making a veggie-packed chicken congee using bone broth, which means extra collagen, rich flavors, and lots of fiber from the veggie. The best part is you can really customize it with whatever veggie that you have in the fridge. But today I'm adding zucchini, carrots, shiitake mushroom, green onion, and napa cabbage. After an hour of slow cooking, the chicken should be fall apart tender, and the rice will have soaked up all that delicious bone broth goodness. Remove the chicken, green onion, ginger, and garlic, then add in the veggie, except for the napa cabbage. Season with salt, white pepper, and a drizzle of sesame oil, then let everything simmer for another 20 minutes. In the meantime, let's shred up the chicken. Since it's been slow cooking in the broth, it's so soft and juicy. Add it back into the congee along with the napa cabbage and season with a touch more sesame oil, white pepper, and salt. It may seem simple, but trust me, the clean, delicate chicken paired with the creamy, savory congee is perfection. I love serving mine with a drizzle of sesame oil, black pepper, and fresh green onion. And just like that, brunch is served. Oh my goodness, this looks so good. I can't wait to dig in. This step is totally optional, but I like to cut up some shredded seaweed to go on top and mix it in. I feel like it adds even more umami flavor. First bite. Ooh, this is so worth the wait. By the way, you can also make this in bulk, and this actually lasts in the fridge for 3 to 4 days. You can also freeze it and reheat it as well. I made a bunch because I also want to give some to my mom because she's gonna love this. Paired with a little bit of homemade kimchi. The perfect snowy day brunch. Storm is here because he loves anything that I make that involves chicken. You want some too? I'm actually starting a new book. I'm doing Yours Truly. I've been desperate for a cute romance book, and a lot of you guys recommended this on my last video. This is my first time reading her writing, and I'm super excited because I heard that she writes really cute romance novels. Anyways, I'm gonna finish brunch while reading my new book, and I'll see you guys at dinner. Okay, so lately I've been obsessed with having granola bowls for breakfast and chia seed pudding. So I figured why not try making homemade granola together? It's been a while since I made it. However, I do have all the ingredients, so I figured we could try to make a yummy recipe together. Strawberries were also on sale, so I figured we can restock on some homemade strawberry syrup. I'm so excited for breakfast tomorrow because if this turns out good, it's gonna save me so much time and really help elevate my breakfast bowls. Anyways, let's get cooking. 2025 is all about balance, adding sweetness to healthy recipes and truly enjoying food without guilt. I know, it's just homemade granola and strawberry jam. It's not that deep, but for me, it's actually so much more. Growing up, I had the worst body image and gone through any diet you can think of. So for a while, every time I heard the word healthy or whole foods, I immediately thought of dieting, restriction, and punishment. But over the years of healing and relearning my relationship with my body, I realized that food is meant to nourish, not punish. This crunchy granola and sweet strawberry jam, it makes me excited to wake up in the morning and excited for breakfast, whether it's over creamy yogurt or fluffy chia seed pudding. And honestly, it also tastes so good sprinkled over ice cream for a cozy late night snack. Because that is what balance is all about. Fueling your body with love, enjoying what you eat, and knowing that every bite can be both delicious and nourishing. Okay, I know I'm supposed to wait to let this cool down, but I can't wait. Let's do a quick taste test. I can't wait for breakfast tomorrow. This plus the strawberry jam and chia seed, 10 out of 10. Okay, this might sound really crazy and I think I'm gonna regret it after 5 minutes, but I'm gonna attempt to go on a walk/run in the snow because it's so beautiful outside and I really wanna go explore the snow. So let's go explore it together. Don't. If you're ever feeling lazy and don't feel like cooking but still want to impress guests, try making Japanese beef hot pot, Sukiyaki. Start with homemade Sukiyaki sauce by simmering soy sauce, mirin, sake, and dashi stock for 10 minutes. Since it's hot pot, you can totally customize it with your favorite ingredients. I'm adding in thinly sliced beef, lots of veggie, konjac noodles, and torched tofu. This actually adds amazing smoky depth and flavor. And of course, for the extra silky rich bite, I love dipping everything into a raw egg. I like to cook mine tableside, starting with butter and white parts of the green onion to bring out that extra aroma. Then I add in the thinly sliced beef and all the toppings and pour in the sauce. The best part about Sukiyaki is that you can cook as you go, adding in more veggie and sauce as needed. The beef and veggie soaks up all that sweet savory broth and dipped into the raw egg. Chef's kiss. I was actually talking to my instructor the other day about working out, and she said something that really stuck to me. Think of your muscles like a bank account. Every time you move your body, whether it's Pilates, yoga, walking, running, or boxing, you're making a deposit to your long-term health. It doesn't matter how long or how intense the workout is. What matters most is that you're moving. Because one day when you're not feeling 100%, or when life gets busy, or when you're older and you can't move the way you used to, those deposits that you built up over the years are there for you to withdraw. It's been 2 years since I started working out consistently, and honestly, I feel so much stronger and healthier. Not just physically, but mentally too. Hi friends, good morning, happy Friday. This looks so good. I was literally dreaming about this all night that I got so excited to wake up for the morning because I knew this was waiting for me. The jam with the chia seed pudding is gonna be chef's kiss. The perfect bite. Yum! It's so good. 100% gonna be making my own granola from now on. It's so delicious. Anyways, today is gonna be a really fun day because my friends are actually coming over for book club. This is our first book club of the year, so I'm thinking of making a steak and uni rice bowl. It's gonna be so yummy. The rest of the day is gonna be pretty relaxing. We have to first bring the cats to do their annual vet checkup. And afterwards, I think I'm gonna try to journal a little bit and do a January wrap up. But I'm gonna first finish breakfast and I'll see you guys in a bit. Hi friends, it's me again. Obviously Storm's here too because we're going to be doing a 2025 book review. I figured he's actually in every single one of my book reviews, so let's review all the books I read in 2025 before my friends get here. Okay, so the first book I've read is You've Reached Sam, and honestly this book destroyed me. This book is about family, love, and grief. The book basically follows Julie as she navigates through her grief journey as her boyfriend unexpectedly passes away. She then later realized that she can actually talk to him through the phone. And you guessed it, starting in chapter 1, I cried all the way until the last chapter. This book was so beautifully written. I think it really describes the grief journey really well. And even though after I read it, I cried for 2 to 3 days after and I was not okay, I still highly recommend reading it if you're going through something similar. I would give this book a 4.5 out of 5 stars. The next book I read is The Assassin's Blade by Sarah J. Maas. This is actually part of her Throne of Glass series and it is a prequel book. It consists of 5 mini stories that really adds to the storyline of the main character Selena. This book is so emotional and very heartbreaking. Since it is a prequel, there's lots of debates online on when to read it, whether reading it first or reading it fourth. I really liked reading it after the first 3 books as I found that it kind of adds a mini break to the overall plot and it gives you a better understanding and a deeper appreciation to her character. It is very heartbreaking, so I don't want to go too much into it as any spoiler, but I really enjoyed it. It's probably one of my favorite books of the series and it gets me really excited to continue the rest of the series. Just like every other book so far, I give it a 5 out of 5 star. Highly recommend. The next book I read is Ministry of Time, and this is a sci-fi romance novel basically talking about time traveling. It's not your normal time traveling book as it's more so bringing people from the past, like historical characters, into the present and doing an experiment on it and having them live with present people. The book is a really slow burn, but it was really beautifully written and really interesting to read. It's about self-identity. It is witty. It gets you thinking. It's thought-provoking. I would say though, it's definitely not as much of a romance book as more of a historical fiction. However, I do recommend it and I'll give it a 4 out of 5 star. For our book club this month, we read The Boyfriend by Frida McFadden, and she's also the same author that wrote one of my favorite thrillers, The Housemaid. So I was super excited to read this book. This book is a psychological thriller that had so many twists and turns. It's also super fast paced. There were so many plot twists in this book, which I would say is the pro and con of the book. It keeps you on your toes and gets you excited to keep reading. However, at one point it does get too much, so it becomes really unbelievable. I will say I did finish this book in less than 5 hours, so it's definitely a page turner and I did not see the final plot twist. So I would give this book a 3.85 out of 5 star. So the final book, I read Tom Lake and actually listened to the audiobook of this book first as it is narrated by Meryl Streep, and I found that super interesting as I love her voice. This book is the definition of a very slow burn, but really beautifully written. The book actually takes place during the pandemic and it's about a mother who is telling her love story to her 3 daughters about her youthful past when she met a very famous actor, and kind of talks about her life in theater and talks about old Hollywood. Halfway through listening to the book, I actually changed into reading, as even though I felt like Meryl Streep did an amazing job narrating the book does jump back and forth between past and present, and I found that in the audiobook it was just way too confusing, and I actually enjoyed reading it a lot more versus listening. It is, like I said, a very slow book, so I do think that if you are someone who likes faster paced book, you might not enjoy it. But if you do love literary fiction, and it kind of reminded me in a sense of like Gilmore Girls, where it just has such a cozy setting, I think you would really enjoy this book. I would give this book a 4 out of 5 star, but I recommend reading it instead of listening to an audiobook. These are all the books I read in 2025. I hope you guys like these book reviews. Let me know if you want me to keep doing them, but let's go make some dinner because my friends are coming in 2 hours. Hi Stormy, did you enjoy the book review? Which one was your favorite? Yeah, totally. Okay, let's talk about adult friendships. Growing up, I moved around a lot, and because of that, the only constant in my life for so many years was my family. My mom is my best friend, my sister's my soulmate, and my dad was the person I loved the most in this world. So I never really understood why friendship breakups were so painful. As a kid, I'd start over a new school, make new friends, and then moved again. I learned to not get too attached because friends came and went, and I never really truly felt lonely because I always had my family. But these past few years, I really lucked out and found my chosen family. I have Dom, my life partner, and a group of girlfriends who feel like soulmates. People who have been there for me through every high and every low. After losing my dad last year, I felt like a huge part of me disappeared too. I didn't want to see anyone, I didn't want to talk, I didn't want to spend time with anyone except for my family. I saved the best version of myself for my family because I promised my dad I'd always be there for them. And for a long time, I really felt like I had no love left to give. But they say you know who's truly there for you when you're at your lowest. The people who don't force you to go back to normal because they understand that that version of you will never exist again. Instead, they stay, they sit with you through your grief, no expectation, no rush. They don't get mad at you when you pull away because they know how much love you've already given. They just stay. Friendship, like any relationship, takes hard work. It takes communication, time, learning each other's love language, but it also takes honesty, boundaries, and gratitude. And if you're going through something as painful as grief, I want you to know that it's okay that some people in your life just don't understand. Honestly, I wouldn't want them to. I would never wish this feeling on anyone. But I promise you, there will be people who do show up, who will sit with you in the darkest times and help you build you back up. And to those people, hold them close because they're the ones who are worth keeping. They're the ones who, when you don't even know that you want to acknowledge your birthday, will show up anyways. They'll remind you that there's still so much more to life, that even when it doesn't feel like it, happiness is still worth searching for. And you are still here and your life is still worth smiling for.
Change anything 이대로 시간을 돌린대도 나 지금 이대로 처음부터 소중히
Got back, showered, changed, and we're actually now heading off to my mom's house for lunch. I am so excited. She's making me 猪脚面线, which is a traditional birthday meal that we have in Taiwan. I'm actually going to be so spoiled today because my mom's making me a super yummy lunch, and then for dinner, I'm actually going out with Dom's parents to have king crab, and I'm so excited. But let's head out together and go eat some yummy food. They say nothing tastes better than your mom's cooking, and I couldn't agree more. I know we're not supposed to brag, but I seriously have the best mom in the world. Honestly, the only thing I was really excited for my birthday this year was eating her pork knuckle noodle soup and spending time with her. Like I said, my mom is my best friend. She's the person I call when I need advice, when I feel lost, or when I just want to talk about the most random things in life. And as I get older, I really realize how rare this kind of relationship is. But believe it or not, there was a time during my rebellious teenage years where we didn't see eye to eye.
很好吃哎。
One thing that changed my entire perspective on life is realizing that everyone is just figuring things out for the first time. My mom, like so many other immigrant parents, gave up everything for me. She left her mom, her hometown, her friends, and the life that she knew just so my sister and I could have a better future. And when I really think about it, I can't imagine how hard that must have been. So this year, for my birthday, one of my wishes that I want to give is for my mom to have the best life possible until the day she's reunited with my dad again. Speaking of family, I have to say I am so thankful for my in-laws. I know what you're thinking, in-laws? But honestly, I think I got really lucky because they are so loving, so supportive, and I generally love spending time with them. For dinner, my father-in-law took me to this insane seafood spot, and let me tell you, I almost wanted to gatekeep this place to myself, but of course, you guys are my favorite people, so I have to share. Sanbo Chinese restaurant in Richmond is officially one of my favorite places to get Cantonese-style seafood. Every dish was next level. It's definitely one of those if you know, you know places. Their king crab made in 3 different ways was unreal, but the real star, their famous soy sauce chicken. It was so tender, so flavorful that I need to recreate a recipe for this ASAP. It's my birthday! Let's go run a 10K together. Woo! So I kind of did a thing. I signed up for 2 half marathons this year, and as someone who hates running, I honestly have no idea why I did that. But after binge watching Linda Sun's videos, I got so inspired that I thought, why not just give it a try? It's been almost 3 months since I started training, and I can't believe how much my body has surprised me. Instead of running to lose weight, I'm now running to become stronger. If you told me 5 years ago that I'd be waking up at 7 a.m. on my birthday to run a 10K, I would have laughed. But strangely enough, running has really saved me this year. Keep going, 6K. It clears my mind when life feels overwhelming and has made me stronger, both physically and mentally, and I'm so proud of myself. And I honestly can't wait to bring you guys along for the rest of this running journey. 9K. 10. Matcha tonic always hits the spot. It's so refreshing. Anyways, today is officially my birthday. I can't believe I'm now 31. I swear I still feel like I'm in my 20s. But anyways, I'm so glad I ended up doing the run this morning because I feel amazing right now. Also starving. Since it's my birthday, I want to make one of my favorite brunches of all time, which is salmon, hot rice, and miso soup. Just thinking about it right now is making me drool. So let's get cooking. I've shared this recipe so many times, but trust me, air fryer miso salmon never gets old. It is packed with umami, it's so creamy and so moist thanks to the magic of Japanese mayo. Here's the easiest marinade: mix Japanese mayo, soy sauce, black pepper, grated ginger, miso paste, and lemon juice. Mix it all up and you got the most flavorful creamy glaze. Coat your salmon generously, don't be shy because this will really help lock in all the moisture and flavor. Air fry at 400 for 10 minutes, and while that's cooking, let's quickly prep some easy side dishes. First, it's miso soup. We're gonna load it up with tofu for protein, napa cabbage and mushroom for fiber, and of course, a big scoop of miso paste for that rich, comforting flavor. Finish it off with green onion, and it's done in just minutes. Next, a simple salad from yesterday. So we're gonna do fresh lettuce, juicy fruit, crunchy candy walnuts, and my 1-minute dressing featuring olive oil, red wine vinegar, mustard, black pepper, and honey. So easy and so good. And just like that, you got a quick, balanced 3-course meal in under 20 minutes. This looks so good. I can't wait to dig in. Where should I start? Okay. Let's drizzle on the salad dressing. A squeeze of lemon. Kaido! Okay, I have to do a bite of the salmon first. Looks so tender. I swear, salmon in the air fryer is the best way. It's tender and perfect every single time. This is honestly the best meal ever. I'm so happy. Look how pretty these blueberries are. These are actually from Mexico. I got it from Costco. I can't believe we have blueberries in February. I feel so lucky. And I know that it looks like there's tons of random dishes, but honestly, everything comes together in less than 30 minutes. So if you're looking to make a really yummy brunch for the weekend or even the weekday, this one, highly recommend. Anyways, today's actually gonna be a pretty relaxing day. After we have brunch, Dom is actually gonna take me out on a mini date, and then afterwards, my family's actually gonna coming over to celebrate my birthday with me. I'm gonna enjoy brunch now, and I'll see you guys later. Bye! Hi guys, we just got back home. I changed into my PJs because I am so tired from this morning's run, but I'm very excited for my family to come over tonight. I decided to not make these spicy garlic shrimp anymore. I think instead I'm gonna do ribs, mac salad, I might do some killets, and I might also do a steamed corn with some butter. Right now, I need to put the ribs into the oven ASAP because that takes around 2.5 hours. Everything else is pretty straightforward and simple. You guys already know what I'm gonna say. Let's get cooking. Okay, I know I just made sticky ribs in my last video, but while I was making them, I had this thought. What if I made it into a smoky black pepper teriyaki glaze instead? And let me tell you, spoiler, it was so good that I will 100% be adding this to my next big gathering because it's so easy to prep, really tender, and packed with so much flavor. First, we're gonna coat the ribs with a generous amount of black pepper seasoning. Next, we're gonna cover it with aluminum foil and let it bake bone side up at 275 for 3 hours. While the ribs are baking, let's make one of my most popular recipe, Hawaiian inspired mac salad. This salad is so creamy and packed with so much veggie, and it's honestly perfect for meal prep or hosting since you can make it ahead of time. I love it because you can use any veggie you have on hand. Since I'm actually leaving to Taiwan in a few days, I decided to clear up my fridge and use up all the veggies I had left over. For the sauce, we're going to mix together a mixture of Japanese mayo and regular mayo, mustard, dashi powder, salt and pepper, sugar, and rice vinegar. The sauce is creamy, it's slightly sweet, and it's really delicious. Now all we have to do is assemble and mix everything together. You will never believe that this mac salad has 6 veggies packed in, and it honestly pairs well with any entree. Now let's make the glaze. In the saucepan, we're gonna simmer together soy sauce, vegetarian oyster sauce, dashi powder, ketchup, honey, and freshly grated ginger. This sticky, smoky, umami-packed glaze is what takes these ribs to the next level. And now we wait. Time for the best part. The rib should be fall off the bone tender and packed with that smoky black pepper flavor. Brush on the glaze, broil for a few minutes until it's nice and sticky, and that's it. This was my first birthday without my dad. For the past 5 years, every candle I blew out, every wish I made for was for him to be cancer-free. And now he is. He's free. And even though it hurts more than I can put words into, I'm happy for him because he is finally cancer-free. People always say that the first are the hardest. The first week, the first month, the first holiday, the first birthday. But I think the hardest part of grief isn't just the beginning. It's knowing that there's no end. So for this next chapter of my life, I wish to love loudly, to be grateful, to chase after everything I dreamed of. I wish to live fully, to hold on to the light even on the hardest days, so that way when I see my dad again, I can share with him all the things I did. And I just want to say thank you. Thank you for being here and for sharing this moment with me. Now here's to 31.